What is up, people? All right, so today's project this is a long project, but I'm going to start it today. Is this Scout, which some guy was like, kind of working on it, trying to fix it up, but he's had it for forever and he put a bunch of money into it. So basically, we're going to completely start it from scratch because we're going to change out the entire driveline from air intake to exhaust and axles and tires and everything in between. And what we're going to do is put in this 6.2 Chevy motor and transmission. So that should be pretty fun. What I'm going to start on today, because first things first, we're going to get everything mocked up to how we want it. So we're going to take out the old driveline, and then get it into a place where we want it, get the mounts set up, and so yeah, I'm going to start on taking the driveline off today. So I'm just starting getting stuff off of this Scout here, and I was getting the exhaust off, and it's held up by this whatchamacallit, like the plumbers, I don't know if it's plumber's tape or whatever the heck it's called, the HVAC kind of stuff, but yeah, that's what it's hung up with. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun project. All right, so taking off the exhaust. The exhaust clamps were clamped on pretty good, as they should be. But it's in this weird L shape, comes around and goes up. And I can't get it out of here to kind of flex it around there. So we're just gonna cut it because I'm lazy and yeah. I say that because I could lower the lift and then get the arms down and then the exhaust would come right out. But that takes longer. Here, let me show you guys a feature that is really cool on these Scouts. They come with this built-in rust prevention. You see, they design it so that oil and well, it basically turns into grease, but oil and grease comes out and just sprays. And it looks like it kind of missed right here, but it got along here, and that's all rust prevention. Who knew? So we're still working on dropping the motor and transmission. So I'm taking off this seat here that was here, well, the bracket like that, and this middle panel. Just take it off now and don't have to worry about those shifters or anything later. And I pulled the seat off, and it's just, there's wet paint. Like, what the heck? I don't even understand. Like, this has been like this for probably at least a few years that the paint's been painted on the inside. But I don't know. I'm just going to give a quick overview of this build. I'm not sure what it is, but some of the footage with the GoPros turns out a little hazy. I'm pretty sure it's something with the LED lights and the frequency of the light interfering with the shutter kind of capture frequency of the cameras. Not sure. But anyways, this is a 1964 International Harvester Scout 80. By the time we're done with it, it'll basically just be a cab and chassis swapped onto everything else brand new. We're going to put in a 6.2 liter Chevy motor. It should be an L92, so without the active fuel management problems. With a 4L80E. And then I forget the transfer case, but the transfer case will be adapted on with an aftermarket adapter. And the axles will be diesel Jeep Gladiator axles that have been built for 40 plus inch tires, and we'll be running 37s on it and probably some bead locks, something like that. We will also be putting in a cage and a kick-ass winch from Warn, the Warn Power Plant, which will probably be the most legendary Facebook marketplace find of all time, at least for me or anybody that I know. Warren only produced them for a few years, and it's a winch air compressor combo unit, and like the retail value was about $1,800, and I think you could normally find them for $1,400 or $1,500, but anyways, like if you look it up, you try to find it on eBay, you cannot find it. And I was just scrolling one day on eBay and I was like, huh, that looks cool. What is that? Looked into it, it's $600 still in the box. And so we went and picked it up, and it's really cool. So I'm really excited for that, aside from everything else that we're doing on this. But it will also be 4-linked, front and rear. Yeah, it should be really cool. This is going to be a pretty unique build, and it'll be pretty awesome and really capable once it's done. It'll basically be, all the suspension is Jeep suspension adapted to the Scout, so it should be really cool. If you are interested in following along or you think it's cool, please subscribe, follow along, help support, and I'll catch you on the next video. Well, it is like 6:30, 6:43, and we're finally ready to pull the chassis and the body up from the engine. It's resting on a couple of dollies because I want to try something new. And I've also never really done this before. So, anyways, so we just let a little bit out of that and we'll give her a go ski. Well, it's time to test the tensile strength of everything I forgot to disconnect. Looking good so far. And we have a motor, the heart. And you know, old vehicles are actually pretty simple. It's just, I mean, new vehicles aren't nearly as simple, but sometimes they're a little bit easier to work on. Most of the time they're not. Anyways, today was a success.